Solly the Tea Guru. I'm here from new Guru HQ. Guru fans would probably have noticed in some of the product shots, some of the videos, that my surroundings have changed, and we have, in the last few months, we've moved to this beautiful location here in Farnham, Surrey, not too far away from Guildford. So if you're one of our locals and you like to pick up from us, we are a little bit further away. We're 10, 15 miles or something. So you can still come along and to the property where we live, and you can buy our tea from here if you so wish. But this is an update regards Puerh tea storage, because if you've seen the previous videos, you'll notice the evolution of tea storage that we've been through over the last 8 years or so. So we started off with tough plastic with minimal amount of ventilation. There's still some ventilation. The boxes we were using, which are you know, they're still okay, really useful storage boxes. The name brand, really useful storage plastic boxes. Very tough. They're not flimsy, they're not cheap. So if you're going to use plastic, I do recommend them. You know, they're more expensive than other boxes, but you know, you get what you pay for. They're solid, and the chances of them leaching are a lot more minimal compared to the cheaper plastic. But we moved away from plastic, mainly because I am worried about the leaching over long periods of time. You know, maybe up to a year or something, maybe okay. I am worried about the potential long-term taste differential regards storing tea at some humidity inside plastic boxes. So we then released another video showing that we were moving towards glass. In that case, I bought 4 IKEA Detolf display cabinets, effectively. There was nothing reactive with those Detolf display cabinets after I finished with them, because there were some veneer, sort of plasticky veneer over the wood, top and bottom. So what I did, I used a scourer, and it was tough work, to be honest, but I scoured all the veneer off, so it was just down to whatever it was, plywood or something. So 2 plywood base, plywood top, and glass. I mean, that's all there was. No reaction at all from glass, and plywood was really minimal. So that was great. There was very small amounts of ventilation. I still need to press the point that ventilation is an important part of Puerh storage, because if you have your Puerh stored away in something like, I see those poo refrigerators, you know, that's fine. You know, it's food grade plastic, very bulky. But I'm concerned because it's pretty much airtight in there, or very close to airtight. You need to give the tea some air. If you fail to do so, the tea will be stuffy. It will taste stuffy. You know, if you have that box, refrigerator, whatever is closed for, say, a week, it's not going to do much good for the tea. I would be airing, if I were to be doing that, I would be airing that tea for a minimum of 12 hours every week, keeping the door ajar, get some air in there, and closing it up again. I still don't like it because the ventilation is quite low. Anyway, we've moved into these new premises. We now have an extra bedroom. So we're very fortunate enough to be able to turn this tea office we have here into our humidity regulated Puerh storage room. So you can see here, these are some of the tea cakes we've got. They're all out. Okay, we got some new Danchong and blacks that have just come in, sitting in these bags. They won't be there for too long because again, you know, I don't really like to keep my tea in plastic if I can avoid it. So what do I use to regulate? Well, I've got this little chappy here. So this thing I've set it to 65, okay? It can go up to maybe 70 sometimes, then stops. It's playing around a little bit, probably because I haven't seen this before, actually. It's going to 63, 65. Maybe it's me being in the room or something. A little bit odd, but it doesn't normally do that. When it's too low, this thing will kick out water, and I've got it quite far away from the tea, so the water globules, if you like, are not going to sort of be spraying the tea, which is something we don't want. I've got to say, this thing has just been working a beauty. It's got around a gallon, or probably over a gallon here, of water that I can put in, and depending on the weather situation, if it's very hot, this thing will be going pretty fast. Now the climate's cooled down a little bit. If you're in the UK, you'll know that we've just come away from that hot spell, and it seems to be more relaxed on the amount of water that it's kicking out. I use purified water, so to avoid the contaminants in the water. And you can see it's been probably a week since I've cleaned this, and it's got little bits of mineral deposits on the top. Really, with a humidifier like this, you should be sterilising it, they say, once a week. I haven't done that. I cleaned it last week, but I kind of do it every 2 weeks. I haven't noticed any off situations, any off smells, anything like that. So I do every couple of weeks. It's okay. So this thing has been doing a really good job at regulating the air in our tea store. So this is some of the tea we've got. Some of the new blacks and oolongs we're going to have up soon. We've got some oolongs in here. They're tucked away. We've got some more in here. So anyone who may have been oh yes, we need to sort them out as well. That's a bit of Oriental beauty. Anyone who's been interested in our setup so far and how we're storing, this is how it is. So when you guys make an order, they all come through on the website from the computer. We then have all the packaging in here, and we just pick and pack as we go. Anyone who might be interested, we don't actually pre-pack our tea. Everything's sort of packed fresh. So if you were to order, I don't know, 50 grams of Fuddlelows, for example, the Fuddlelows cake will be back there, and we'll pick out 50 grams on the day and put it in one of our sleeves and send it straight out to you. But look, I mean, this is the way to go. If you can, if you can, you have the space, then this is a really good thing to do. Of course, I'm selling tea, so I need to store my tea correctly. And when it's really hot in here, it does get a little bit what's the word? Uncomfortable. It's wet heat. You start to sweat a little bit. So I wouldn't like to spend more than half an hour in here, really. But right now, where outside temperature, which would mean inside temperature, is around 20, 21 degrees. It's noticeably more humid in here than the rest of the property, but it's fairly comfortable. It's could I sleep in here if I wanted to? Just about, I think. And yeah, and the reason that you got to keep topping this up is because the walls to your property are, or should be, breathable. So in the UK anyway, we have brick mortar, and the walls of the whole of the room will be breathing in and out the humidity, balancing out with what's next, what's on the other side of the wall. So to keep the humidity regulated in this room, we need to use this humidifier. So I'd say it probably goes for about a gallon a week at the moment. If it's very hot, like we've had, probably a gallon every 3 days. It was kicking out. Anyway, just an update on my storage. Any useful information you guys want to add, please let me know down the bottom. Oh, it's just kicked off, so let's have a look. Here we go. This is the humidifier in action. Isn't it beautiful? I love this little beast. It's a Levoit. That's what it is. I think this thing goes for around about 80 quid. It's not one of those cheaper ones. It's good. It has the regulation on there. So I've had no problems with this. If you are going to buy a used one, make sure the person who had this before did not use it. And there's a little thing on the side here where you can add oils to it. Some people like to use it as aromatherapy. If you buy used, you have to make sure that it hasn't been used for aromatherapy, because if people have been using oils in here, it's gonna make all your tea smell of whatever the hell they've been using, rose, whatever it is. You know, you don't want this thing stinking out your tea cakes. All right, guys, all the best. Thank you very much. It's been Ollie the Tea Guru signing out. Teddy, bye.